every studio moment with Prince Paul is memorable. I'm not saying this because he's my boy. I'm not saying this because he's in my group. Prince Paul is a genius. I mean, you know, I haven't been around a lot of geniuses in my life. I've admired a lot of geniuses from afar. This is one genius that I got a chance to work with from the beginning and basically kind of open it up to give him a career. And Paul is a genius because he's so introspective. So you kind of want to know what's going on in that little head of his. And you don't until he brings it out. I don't know, probably one of the most memorable is when we did the record Talking All That Jazz. It was Delight's idea, and it was Delight's idea because he always wanted to use the Lonnie Liston Smith Jr. sample expansions. But when I looped it, back then there was no time stretch, no Pro Tools or anything. So when I looped it, it was too slow. And Paul right away says, oh, that's okay, I could just get Newkirk to play it. And I never thought about, when, you know, I'm a sample-based producer, so I never think about replacing nothing. You know, if I find a sample, I feel like that sample is it, I don't want to replay it. If we got to pay, let's just pay. But we were stuck because it just didn't sound right. And it was so second nature to him to just say, oh, I just get Newkirk to play it. And Newkirk comes in and play it, and it's like he's holding on. It's like he's always got some damn secret weapon. Always. Paul's always got some damn secret weapon. It's like he's holding on to this kid from Long Island that's super, I don't know if you ever know, Donald Newkirk is super talented. Plays every instrument, you know, reads music and all of this, and he just does it like it's like nothing. Like, oh, you know, just play that. I mean, that's one take, yo. That's not us punching in. That's him doing that and then coming back and going with no effort. You know what I'm saying? And like, you know, it's always like that with Paul. Some of it is trial and error. Like, one of the things I love about Prince Paul is, and I began to start doing some of this during production, and it worked for me, especially in my remixes, is, you know, back in the day, it's turntables and crates. Paul would just always just bring his records. And so whatever I'm working on, all Paul does is go sit in the back of the studio, set his records up and his headphones. He's not through the board or anything. And he's messing around. He's messing around. And then when he finds something, he say, D, tell him to plug it in. And he does it, works. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has that. I mean, and I'm sure like De La Soul probably has their own, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, him doing some of the other side things that he did, like Handsome Boy Milan Project, you know, in school and all of that. I'm sure they have their own, but for me, it was always, he's a perfectionist, but his energy is so young, and especially us, you remember, we had Paul at 16. So, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, you got this young 16-year-old dude that's like a George Clinton fanatic. How the hell he knows all these records? He's 16, yo. That didn't make sense, man. I'm telling you it didn't. Like, how do you know this song? You're 16. It doesn't even make sense you knowing this song because your mom turned you on to it. Like, you know it too good. It's like it's your record. It's not your mother's record. You know what I'm saying? And it's just his musical knowledge and all of those particular things. And he just, you know, I mean, is he a hip-hop purist? Yes. But the good kind.
Don't get me wrong, like the marching and all that stuff and the protest and all that, like, that's cool, we need that. But, man, the hood's so fucked up. Like, you need them protests and marches in the hood too. It's kind of crazy, you know what I mean? Like, really in the situation what's going on, how the world made, how it's set up right now, you can't do nothing about it.
Fife, I was the first person, you know what I'm saying, I kind of connected with on a major label type of thing as an artist on the Family Tree Tour that really like checked my beats out. I was like, man, you know, like, you really dope.
It's like, it gotta be real and it's official. And when he played the record back then, it meant something. So I understood now, but you didn't understand why he was going through. But when he played that record and we heard it for the first time on the radio, man, that was a crazy moment right there. It was like, we did it.
He showed me, like, I mean, 9 or 10 composition notebooks of rhymes. And when I saw that, I was like, wow, he writes.